day. And if people think it's our first time, we'll get better gifts.
From not taking no for an answer to lying about her age, here's why Mila Kunis refused to not have Ashton Kutcher on that 90s show. Fans really do owe it to Mila Kunis for the return of Jackie and Kelso, mostly because Mila Kunis absolutely refused to let Ashton Kutcher turn down the opportunity to return. The actress had made up her mind about popping in the reboot, and she wasn't going to take no for an answer from him either. Well, it looks like the poor guy had no choice. Not even a potentially bad script would have let him off the hook. Yep, Mila was fully convinced that even if the script was horrible, they were still going to do it. According to Kutcher, when the initial pitch came in for the couple to reprise their roles, Kunis flat out told him that since they owe their entire careers to the show, they gotta come back for the new one. That 90s show was also co-developed by the same trio that made that 70s show, Bonnie Turner, Mark Brazil, and Lindsay Turner. Kunis has been very vocal about owing her career to these three, so it's not like she was just gonna let them down when the offer came in to feature in the sequel. Now, that 90s show was an absolute delight on several levels. The nostalgic value of the show is further highlighted by some of the cast members from that 70s show returning. Top of the list obviously being Ashton and Mila. The sequel show, once again set in Wisconsin, centers on Leia, the teenage daughter of OG 70s show characters Eric Foreman and Donna Pinciotti. Leia is staying with her grandparents, Red and Kitty, for the summer of 1995.
We'll be quick.
And what's more is that all the original cast members from that 70s show came back to reprise their roles for the new show, including Wilmer Valderrama as Fez. Remember him? Of course you do. Now, just like in reality, Kelso and Jackie are married in that 90s show. But guess who initially disagreed with this whole concept? Yup, Mila Kunis totally called bullshit on this pairing. She claimed that it was weird to see that Kelso and Jackie were together in the new show because, according to her, they shouldn't have been. Mila felt her character would have been with Fez, while Kutcher's Kelso would be with Shannon Elizabeth's character, Brooke Rockwell. The original 70s show aired for 200 episodes between 1998 and 2006.
Jacqueline Burkhart, will you marry me?
It ended with Jackie and Fez together, like Kunis said. And while Kelso did have a baby with Brooke, he and Jackie also dated for a while in the show. So it's not entirely out of the question for Jackie and Kelso to end up together. But still, Kunis is on Team Facky? Bajazzy? Never mind, I'll work on that. Mila can ship Jackie with Fez all she wants, but her reunion with on- and off-screen husband Kutcher kinda makes sense for their characters. In the sequel, they reveal that the characters from that 70s show have gone through several life-altering changes since they left the series. But one thing didn't change for sure. Jackie and Kelso are still stuck in that on-again, off-again relationship cycle. Originally, they broke up in season 4 of that 70s show and never officially got back together. But there were always hints that the two will never really fully get over one another. I'm sure you and I both know the feeling. And in an amusing turn of events, yeah, the showrunners were probably laughing when they cooked this up. Jackie and Kelso are revealed to be on their second remarriage during that 90s show. Go figure, huh? While their characters only briefly appear in season 1, their on-screen son, Jay, is one of the main characters of the show. It's a real shame that we don't get to see more of these three interacting as a family on screen, but maybe that'll be rectified in future seasons. Granted that Kunis and Kutcher agreed to be back for season 2 of that 90s show. Will Kunis be leaving Kutcher with no choice but to come back again? I definitely hope so, cause hey, if Mila can get her husband to agree to one season, I have full confidence she'll be back in season 2 if they got the opportunity. Come to think of it, there also hasn't been a reunion between Eric and Kelso, or Jackie and Donna. But that might be because the whole thing could potentially become kinda awkward by the possibility of their children dating. Speaking of awkward, after being back on set 16 long years later, Mila Kunis recalls feeling a lot more nervous than she thought she would. The Black Swan actress has really grown since that 70s show ended. I mean, she was only 14 when the show aired. We'll get to this controversy in a bit. And now she's a 39-year-old mother of 2, so obviously she's come a long way since then. Kunis claims it was interesting to be back on a recreated set to get into her character, but with a whole new premise. For the Friends with Benefits actor, it was also a really weird and nerve-wracking experience to shoot with her now husband, Ashton. Kunis claims that being married to Kutcher but back at the place where they met was super trippy. The happy couple met as castmates during that 70s show but didn't begin dating until much later in 2012. The Hollywood actress may have been nervous on set for the sequel, but other castmates from that 90s show remember their working experience with Mila a little differently. Series star Ren Doi talked about how kind he found his fellow castmate while filming the Netflix spin-off. He plays Ozzy on the show, and while the new cast members didn't really have any scenes with the original cast members, Doi says that watching them perform was a total treat and a brilliant learning experience. He specifically spoke about Mila Kunis, who would not only check in on everyone, but also converse with all the mothers of the actors. Isn't that sweet? Now, for Ashton Kutcher, when asked how he felt being back on the set of the sequel after all these years, returning to his character Michael made him experience a whole range of mixed emotions. The father of two said the entire thing brought back a lot of memories. But if there was one emotion that came up, it was a keen sense of appreciation. The 44-year-old actor said having that special experience being their home for such a long time, along with being a launchpad for both of their careers, was nothing short of wonderful. At the end of the day, he even questioned how the heck did we get here? Kutcher loved the new set and storyline, saying that it was really funny. Ultimately, working with his wife on the same set for a week was a super nostalgic trip down memory lane for both of them. And it was pretty strange at the same time. While we're on the topic of strange, let's address that one controversy about Mila's age. In case you didn't know, a while ago, Mila's little white lie about her age came to light. Yup. The actress lied about her age in exchange for a role on that 70s show. You see, the show was looking to cast actors over the age of 18. And as we all know now, Mila was only 14 when she landed the role of Jackie. Several years later, Kunis finally confirmed that, yes, she did lie about her age at the time. She went on to explain that she was already in before anyone had caught her lie, but she was super grateful for the opportunity, despite her status as a minor. And it's not just because she met her future husband on the show, but also because it gave the young actress steady work with which she could start a career. Thank God the age thing became a mere technicality, because I honestly can't imagine anyone else in the role of Jackie. Well, there you have it. Now you know why Mila Kunis refused to not have Ashton Kutcher on that 90s show.